for this?
Uh-huh.
What's up, everybody? I'm so thankful you're all here today for our final week of Fearbusters. Before we check out today's fear-busting action, let's all get up, stand up wherever you are, and sing our favorite song, Fearless, together as loud as we can. Everybody jump up and get ready to sing.
I prayed to the Lord and He answered. He freed me from all my fears. I prayed to the Lord and He answered. He freed me from all my fears. I will trust His word. Hey, we're not scared, we're set free from our fears. Hey, we're not scared, we're set free from our fears. I prayed to the Lord and He answered. He freed me from all my fears. I prayed to the Lord and He answered. He freed me from all my fears. I will trust His word. Hey, we're not scared, we're set free from our fears. Hey, we're not scared, we're set free from our fears. Hey, we're not scared, we're set free from our fears. Hey, we're not scared, we're set free from our fears. We are fearless, fearless. We are fearless, fearless.
Awesome singing! You guys can have a seat wherever you are at today. Let's find out what's happening with Nick and Mo at Fearbusters headquarters. You guys ready to check this out?
In a world full of fears,
Huh?
there is a team on a mission. They are the Fearbusters. Who you gonna call? Fearbusters.
Oh. It looks like Nick left me a note. It says, "Hey Mo, I had to run back home because I forgot my lunchbox. I'll be back soon. Until I get there, please feed Steve and get started busting fears. Feel free to call the field team if you need anything. Nick." What? Nick must think that I don't know how to do anything without her. I can handle myself alone in the lab. I do it all the time. Besides, I'm basically the brains behind the whole operation anyway. A little solo fear busting won't be a problem. Now, first things first, I need to feed Steve. There you go, little buddy. There you go. See? I'm not alone in the lab. I've got you to keep me company. How'd you sleep last night? That bad? Scary dreams? Okay, since you're not in the mood to talk, I guess I'll share. I dreamt that I was at the circus playing Uno Attack with a talking chicken, and a magician brought us a cotton candy flavored funnel cake. Oh man, being alone is already so boring. What if something happens to Nick while she's on her way home? Oh gosh. That would mean I'd have to bust fears all by myself forever. I love Steve. She can't even talk back to me. Oh, come on, Nick. Please come back. No. Don't go there. Mo, don't go there. Just think of something positive and do something to distract yourself. Oh, I know. I need to bust a fear. That always cheers me up. Yes, we have some fear mail. Dear Fearbusters, my name is Jake. I'm part of a soccer team, and right now we are undefeated. You read that right. We haven't lost a single game all year. There's just one problem. We are headed into the championships, and we're up against a super tough team. Their team name is the Giants, and the boy does that fit. Every player seems to be older, bigger, and stronger than anyone on my team. I'm so scared to even play the championship game. What if they beat us? After winning all year, I don't think we can handle that. I need your help, Fearbusters. I have this big fear that we are going to lose. Oh, I've got to get Jake some help. I don't know how I can bust this fear, especially since I'm freaking out because I'm all alone. I'm in no frame of mind to be busting fears. I need to check in with the field team to see if they can help. And send.
Hey guys, I'm Field Agent Trey, and this is Harper.
Hi there.
And I'm Grant. Trey, are you ready for this? We have a fear sent to us from Jake that we need to bust. Here's the deal. He is afraid of losing his championship soccer game.
Trey, that's right up your alley. Sports is pretty much your thing. Take a look.
Sports is my thing. Okay. Jake says his team is undefeated, and now he's afraid that the one time they will lose is at the final championship. Man, I know exactly what he means. There's a lot of expectations when you have an undefeated team.
To lose the very last game, I mean, how could you ever show your face again?
That actually happened to me once, and it made me want to hang up my cleats for good.
And to make matters worse, his team is bigger and stronger than Jake's.
They're called the Giants. I'm really thankful that I don't have to go up against a team like that.
That's it. I know exactly how to bust this fear of losing. Thankfulness. When we have fear like this, we can be thankful for what God has done for us, and that gives us hope for the future. And that's exactly what a guy named David did. Here, check this out. God's people, the Israelites, were fighting a group called the Philistines. There was a young man named David who brought food for his brothers to eat as they battled. When he got there, he saw the Philistines had a soldier fighting for them that was like nothing the Israelites had ever seen. His name was Goliath, and he was a giant. Everyone in the Israelite army was afraid of him. He would go into the middle of the battlefield and yell for someone to come out and fight him. This went on for several days, and no one wanted to go up against the giant. This made David upset. He went to King Saul and asked to fight Goliath. David told the king that God had helped him defeat a lion and a bear before, and he knew God would help him now. King Saul agreed to allow David to go up against Goliath. So, David went to the stream and picked up 5 smooth stones and put them in his bag with his sling. Then, he took his bag and walked up and stood in front of Goliath. David reached into his bag and took out a sling and a stone and swung it at the giant. The stone hit right into Goliath's forehead and knocked him down. When the Philistines saw what David had done, they turned and ran. David defeated the giant, and the Israelites had won. Later in his life, David wrote in Psalm 118, "Thank God because he is good, and his love endures forever." You see, because David remembered all God had done for him, he was thankful, and he knew he didn't need to be afraid.
So we can tell Jake the best way to bust the fear of losing is to be thankful for what God has already done.
Because when you remember what God has done, you can be thankful, and that helps with the fear of what's to come.
That's right. I'd say fear of losing plus thankfulness equals that this fear is... Oh, sorry, this is kind of awkward. Hello?
Busted!
That's right, Spence. This fear is busted.
Whoa, looks like I've already missed some fear busting.
Oh, Nick, you're back. I missed you so much.
You don't want to hug me?
Okay.
I mean, if you miss me, you can hug me. I mean, but anyways, I really wasn't gone for that long, though.
Oh, I know. But it felt like a billion hours. I didn't have anyone to talk to, and Steve didn't even respond to me after I told him about my crazy dream last night.
He's a snake.
Yeah, but that's beside the point. I just missed you. Okay, I just missed you, and I'm glad to have my fear-busting partner back.
Okay, so, speaking of busting fears, did the field team bust that one?
Oh yeah, it was one of the best methods of fear busting that I've ever seen so far. So since I was in no condition to be busting fears, I decided to pass Jake's fear of losing on the team And they told this awesome story about David busting his fears by being thankful for how God had taken care of him in the past, because he was thankful for what God had done. He could trust God to take care of him no matter what he faced.
That was a mouthful. I mean, really cool though.
Yeah.
So David didn't have to be afraid of anything, even a scary giant, because he was thankful for all the things that God had already done in his life. Who knew God was with him? That's some of the best fear-busting advice I've heard in a long time.
Yep, Jake left his cell number, so I'm going to text him to update him on the information we got from the field team.
Awesome, and I'll make it official.
Yes.
Fear busted! I'm really sorry you had to handle that one on your own, but good work. Thanks for taking one for the team.
Hey, no problem.
Oh, shoot 'em both.
Oh,
So
yeah.
sorry.
Woo.
Social distancing.
No problem. But I'm really glad you're back to help with the rest of them. Let's see what's next, shall we? Oh, Nick, I've got a video message.
You or we?
We.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Fearbusters, I need your help. My name's Scout, and I'm a camp counselor here at Camp Kazoo. Every year, all of us counselors take our campers out into the woods for an overnight camp out. And I'm always so afraid to go. When it gets dark out there, you never know what could be lurking. Can you help me bust my fear of camping before our trip tomorrow? We hike out in less than 24 hours.
Less than 24 hours? We've got to bust this one stat. We can't have a camp counselor afraid of camping.
Camp Kazoo. Maybe I should be a counselor there. I would be the official kazoo player that calls everyone to breakfast that morning.
Yeah. I think you should stick to your day job. I thought I got rid of all those the last time you had them. Anyways, that's the least of our problems right now. So, how should we bust this fear?
Oh, don't worry. I'm on it.
Are you?
Time to make a forest simulator, my friend. Listen, we can bust this fear by going camping.
Can we? Camping in the lab?
Hence the simulator part. Yeah.
Do I get a flashlight? I mean,
Oh, here you go. Here you go. Here, use this. Here, use this to pitch a tent.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's go on this side because we got less room. Let me just do a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Okay. I mean, are you sure this is going to work? Hold that, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Positive. Now, in order to bust this fear, we have to see what it's like. You got it?
Maybe.
To be camping in the forest at night. You got that? Hold on. Is that gonna work? Okay, we'll put this one here.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Is that good? Okay. So, hold on. Just need to get the atmosphere ready, so lights down. Perfect.
Oh, I actually feel like I'm in the woods.
Told ya. You just gotta learn to trust me sometimes. Oh, where's my kazoo? Oh, there it is. Got it. Let the Camp Kazoo campout simulation begin.
So what do we do first?
Things you do while you're camping, I guess. We could roast marshmallows. Oh, tell scary stories around the campfire. Or just look at the stars.
Not trying to be a party pooper here, but we don't have marshmallows, a campfire, or any stars. But, light bulb, I did pack some crackers in my lunchbox.
Perfect.
Velveeta crackers in my lunchbox.
That is perfect. Let's see.
Yeah, sorry, you didn't get your big toe.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yep. Alrighty, here we go. One for you. Oh, yeah. And one for me. Oh, Oh, let's get in the tent. That's even better. We'll get in the tent.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, is it? All right, so, you got any good campfire stories?
Ow, great one.
Okay.
This one's called The Legend of the Green Gorilla.
Oh, I'm scared already.
My grandpa used to tell it to us all the time.
Yeah.
When he took all the kids camping.
That sounds so spooky. How does it go?
There once was an old man who lived all alone in a tiny old house on a narrow path. Every night he sat on his porch, rocked back and forth in his creaky chair, and listened to whistling wind and quiet owls. One night he sat on his porch and a storm started brewing. The bushes rustled and the wolves howled. Ow! Ow!
Stop! I don't hear anymore! The Legend of the Green Gorilla. It's over, okay? It's over.
Aw, come on, Gummy Bear. I haven't even gotten to the part where the gorilla enters.
Gummy Bear?
Sit on a whoopee cushion and it gets stuck in the slime trap.
I don't want to know any of that stuff. No more camp stories for me. And yeah, like I said, who's a gummy bear?
You! It's your camp name, of course.
Whatever. I just want to go back to being Nick in the lab. Can you please turn the simulator off?
All right, if you say so.
Any day now. I want to, thank you. Man. All right, so I got to admit, I see why scouts are so afraid of camping in the woods at night. I mean, it is pretty creepy.
Yeah, I remember being scared the very first night I went with my grandpa, but I was never afraid after that. Not one single time.
So what helped you to get over your fear?
Well, I woke up in the tent the next morning and realized I was completely safe. Plus, I knew my grandpa would be with me the whole time. Man, was I thankful.
Mo, that's it. That's how we help Scout bust his fear.
By telling him about my grandpa?
No, by reminding him that he was safe on every other camping trip. Think about it. He's been camping in those woods at Camp Kazoo for years, and everything's worked out great. I mean, that's something he can be thankful for. It's like the story of David. David wasn't really afraid because he remembered that the big guy, which is God, had taken care of him in the past. And being thankful for that busted his fear.
All right, you're right. Scout just needs to think about how God kept him safe all on the other camping trips that he's been on. He can be thankful for what God's already done.
Yep.
And trust that God will be with him in the future camping trips too.
Absolutely.
I'm telling Scout what we discovered right now.
All right, and guess what?
What?
I'm saying fear
Busted!
busted!
Maybe I could get Grandpa to take us on a camping trip sometime soon. He's the best storyteller in the entire world. And his pork and beans with hot dogs mixed all up is delish.
Maybe. I don't know about the pork and beans, though, but I might be willing to give it a try sometime. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Pork and beans.
Hold on. Oh, this is me. That's me.
Yeah, okay.
On speaker. Hello, you've reached Fearbusters hotline. Mo speaking. How can I help you?
Hey there, Fearbusters. My name's Jimbo, and I've got a fear for you to bust. Every night I look out my back window, and sometimes I see something huge and hairy walking right through my backyard. I've never seen something so large. Things that are bigger than me, they sure do make me nervous. And you know what I think it is? I think it's one of them there Bigfoots. One of my greatest fears is that Bigfoot himself is going to come and knock my house over. My fear of Bigfoot has got me where I can't even fall asleep at night. Can y'all help me?
Mr. Jimbo, we can assure you that Bigfoot is not the kind of person to knock over someone's house. He's probably just as scared of you as you are of him. But we'll work on something and we'll give you a call right back.
So what are we gonna do? I mean, we can't let people be afraid of Bigfoot. He's just a big old softy.
I know. I think it's best if we just call the big guy ourselves. I mean, you've got his number saved, right? And we should get him to come here and help us bust this fear.
Okay. All right. Hope he's not too busy.
Sorry, I think I pushed some kind of wrong button or something. Now I see your faces on the phone.
That's okay, don't worry, Bigfoot. Do it all the time. And Mo gets pretty frustrated with me.
I'm not really mad. I just don't get why you don't know how to work FaceTime. It's okay, Bigfoot. You just be able to see us while we're talking to you. Nick, scoot over and let me get my face in there too.
Golly. Bigfoot, we were wondering if you could do us a favor. You there?
Oh, yeah.
Get out of the back. Could you come into the lab and help us bust a fear?
Sorry guys, I'd love to, but you know, this isn't a good time for me. This is when I have my group therapy sessions for misunderstood creatures. Yeah, Nessie says hello, by the way. Yeah, he's here too. But maybe I can help you on the phone. Okay, what's going on?
Someone called in because they're afraid of, well, you. We're wondering how we can bust this fear. He says he's afraid of anything that's bigger than he is.
People don't understand that being a giant is actually way scarier. The little bitty humans scare me more than anything. Can you imagine everything being below your eye level? I always forget to look down when I'm going somewhere. And as a giant, I can tell you there's no reason to be afraid. You just need to let Jimbo know that God is even bigger than the biggest giant. And if God is with you, you don't have to be afraid.
Oh, Bigfoot, you've come so far. The student has become the teacher. You're basically an honorary fearbuster.
Thanks, Bigfoot. As soon as Mo gets herself together, we'll work on busting that fear. We'll call you back if we have any other questions for you.
Thanks, guys.
There. All right, Mo. Can you stop crying now?
I think we got all the busting proof we need. I'm just so proud of our friend Bigfoot.
I mean, I understand. I think he's finally got it. God is always with us. He's bigger and more powerful than all of our fears. I mean, we can thank God for all the things he's done for us and trust that he'll take care of us in the future. Now, we can let Jimbo know everything that Bigfoot said. So he doesn't need to be afraid of giants. Instead, he can bust his fear by being thankful for all the things God has already done to keep him safe and trust that God is with him now.
Absolutely. In honor of Bigfoot, I'd say that this fear is busted.
Look at you! You got the leg positioning and everything.
Yes, I learned from you, girl.
Yes. So, I must say, I think this was the most successful day in Fearbusters history.
I could not agree more. Now, what do you say we go pick up Bigfoot, take him to dinner to celebrate his new Fearbuster status?
Great idea. Let's go to Pizza Planet.
You read my mind. I wonder how much he can eat at one time.
I don't even know, but I cannot wait to see. Let's
go. Let's go.
What an exciting day busting fears. It's crazy that Bigfoot has had so many fears over the past few weeks. But now he's helping other people know ways to bust their fears too. Whether it's a fear of being alone, camping in the woods, or giants, we can bust our fears by remembering all that God has done to take care of us in the past. When we remember the past, we are busting our fears with thankfulness or with s'mores. Right, thankfulness, that's right. So, in today's Bible story, David busted his fears by being thankful too. He wasn't afraid to face the giant because he knew that God had taken care of him in the past, and he could trust that God was with him. David lived his life being thankful for all of the wonderful things God has done for him. Just like David, we can bust our fears with thankfulness too. Yes, we can. That's what we need to know today, so let's all stand up and say this together. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right. Bust fear.
Bust fear
with thankfulness.
with thankfulness.
All right, ready? Let's say it again. Bust fear
Bust fear
with thankfulness.
with thankfulness.
Okay, one more time, as loud as you can. Make your parents hear this from upstairs, downstairs. Let the neighbors hear it down the street. Ready? Bust fear with thankfulness.
With thankfulness.
Awesome. I love spending time with all of you today and seeing that we can bust our fears with thankfulness. So, I can't wait to see you guys again in person. I hope you guys are all having a good week at home. But before we head back to what you guys have been doing, let's all bow our heads and close our eyes and pray together. Jesus, thank you for listening to us when we're afraid. When we face fears, help us to be thankful for all you've done for us in the past. And remember that you're always, always with us. We're thankful that you are more powerful than all of our fears put together. And we love you so much. Amen.